I'm Al Lawson, I'm a recording engineer and I'm here at Tileyard Studios with Audient recording Gareth Grover playing the drums. So today we've got Logic running on a laptop, and plugged into that we've got the EVO Expanded System, which is the EVO16 and one SP8. If you're doing a drum session or if you're doing any recording session with outside people coming in, primarily you just want the space to be open for them to come and set up whatever they want to set up, whatever their equipment is. You're better off just having an environment where the drummer can come in, set up his own kit, put things where he feels comfortable, all of his things that he's used to the sound of and the placement of. I would prioritize the musicians all the time. If they're feeling good, they're going to be performing so much better than if there's a lot of restrictions on them or they're feeling awkward and everything's not as pleasant for them.
Al, I don't know if you can hear me. That's quite hot in my ears at the moment. I don't want to hit it as hard as I would because it's...
To be best prepared for a session in every possible way, I think is top of the pile, most important. That goes as far as knowing the music as deeply as possible, and that's not just the drum parts that you may have been given by a producer to replicate. That goes as far as knowing every nuance in the song, in the track itself that you're playing. So if you're ever asked to change or develop anything, to adapt what you thought you were going to have to play on the spot, you're fully prepared and you understand the musical consequence and the connection between your playing and what's being asked of you in relation to the music.
Okay, so mics we've got on the kit, we've got a Shure Beta 52 in the kick drum, we've got a SM57 on the top of the snare, Neumann KM184s on the hi-hat and the ride, a pair of Austrian Audio CC8 small diaphragm condensers as overheads, Sennheiser 421s on the toms, and then we've got a pair of SE ribbons in the room, kind of close to the kit. There's a Neumann U67 out in the corridor, and then behind the drum kit we have a Sennheiser 441, and between the floor tom and the kick drum we've got a Scope Labs Periscope, which has like a huge compressor built into it, so it just sounds really big and squashy. It's a rock track today, so trying to get more impact out of the drums than you might if it was a jazz session or something Latin or folk or something. The close mics are the ones that are literally very close to the sources that they're picking up. So your kick drum mic is right inside and it's pointing up at the beater. The snare top mic is on top of the snare, the toms have got microphones on top. They're picking up a more immediate sound. It's got more attack to it because it's just close to where that sound's being generated. The room is a huge part of what the drums actually sound like. When you're in a room, the tuning and the sound of the actual drums themselves, you've got the characteristic of the drummer who's playing them, but the rest of it is principally just how the sound is either being absorbed by the room or how it's bouncing around in it. The main reason for me to use room mics is so that the characteristic of what you're actually recording comes out in the recording. You want to capture the space that it's in because most of the time you want to record drums somewhere where that's worth doing. So we've got everything plugged in, and so we just need to set the levels, so we'll go and get Gareth to play some drums and we'll let Smartgain do its thing. When you're recording drums, it's helpful to have a lot of channels, and a lot of the time you can expand your interface with another separate ADAT interface. With the SP8, as well as just having the ADAT cable connecting the mic preamps to the interface, you have a second ADAT cable that goes from the interface back into the SP8, and that enables them both to communicate with each other, and that means that you can then use Smartgain across all 16 inputs instead of just the original 8. Okay, so to get Smartgain to work, we're using all of the channels, so we just press and hold until they all light up. We're not using 8 on either of the interfaces. You just play like the loudest part, maybe the chorus. You play your part for the chorus, and then probably by the end of the chorus, we'll have all the levels set. try and do everything you can to be happy, to just, you yourself, just be happy with what the drums sound like. If you can avoid having thoughts like, oh, I'll sort that out later, or I'm going to need to put a sample on top of that, or if you can just get in and fix it, or if you can have the drummer do a different thing, I think it's just going to deliver you a lot better result, and you're going to be feeling a lot better about opening up the track in the future if you're not thinking about all of the new problems that you've got to solve.